Welcome back to the TNP server, guys. So today, we just got a couple of things to do today. Not too much, hopefully, and hopefully we can get it done as quickly as possible. But since we've been going around everybody else's place and helping everybody out, I helped Primate the other day and I helped Lainey the other day, I figured, you know what, we need to kind of focus on ourselves a little bit, right? So first things first, before I do anything else, right? As you can see, my food bar is just coming to like half, right? And I figured, why not? We have 2 points to spend, right? And I've been saying all this time that I really need to get like the veggie stew schematic. Well, you know what? Let's just do it, right? This will give us steak and potatoes, meat stew, vegetable stew, blueberry pie, and pumpkin dishes. This is all we really need, right? So we're gonna put 1 point into MasterChef here. So now I can make our own food. So if I just go into our kitchen here, let's see. So I'm just gonna grab literally everything here like this. hopefully we can make our own food, right? I'm also assuming that we probably need a little bit of water as well. Oh my days. Look at all that food we can make. Oh, no longer will I be starving. So I'm just grab all this. I'm just gonna make all the vegetable stews. 31 vegetable stews. Amazing. Right, so we don't have to starve ever again. That's awesome. So that's one thing out of the way. Food was a major issue for quite a while. No longer. We don't have to rely on anybody else anymore now. So we've just done that. All right. And the other thing that I wanted to do, or basically I wanted to show you, is that I have been doing some grindage offline, just because it saves a bit of time for you guys, because I didn't want you to get bored watching me like grind away at stone. So I went over to the mine shaft and I basically done a little bit of like, I don't know, chores if you like. So I got some gunpowder on the go. So I got, you know, nitrate and coal to create the gunpowder, and then also before then I also, you know, smelted quite a lot of brass. So we've got quite a lot of brass coming in. We've got, I don't know, how much is that, like 4,000 worth of brass bullet casings coming in. And yeah, and I've just been slowly converted into 762 because it is day 26 and day horde night is on day 28 because we have 14 day hordes. So yeah, I've been slowly building up my ammo reserves in preparation for horde night. But today what we're gonna do is I don't know why I walked over here. Today I've been saying it all for quite a while now, I'm going to build storage, just because the storage that we have is just not good enough. Because if we just pop over to the house again, you can see that we're just living off storage box, right? And this storage is not so good because I can't find anything. Every time I come back, I like open all the boxes before I can find anything, and then I miss it the first time and then I have to open it all again. So today we are building our own kind of storage barn, if you like, and especially because I've got so many crops coming in now, I can't just keep like farming it and then putting it in this box because I'm running out of space. I just can't do that. So today we're going to be building our actual kind of storage barn kind of thing right next to the workshop that we have over there, and I do have a plan on how to do that. So I have been grinding a little bit for cobblestone, but as ever, we're going to be working with wood frame blocks just for the time being, just to frame it all out. And then if the cobblestone is cooked quick enough, then we'll use that to reinforce everything. So let's just close the shop here. I know it's night time, so I'm going to frame everything up through the night and then we'll be back in the morning. Honestly, this is the best feeling ever. I actually have vegetable stew. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good knowing that I don't have to starve ever again. This is great. And also we have coffee to boot to wash it down with as well. Such a good feeling. But anyway, it's a little bit before the morning, but let me just show you what basically I've done so far. So this is the extension to the workshop area. So the idea is that it's gonna kind of look like a farm, or at least I'm hoping it's gonna look like a farm, right? Sorry, not a farm, a barn. It's sort of what I'm going for. there is a little bit of a weird terrain thing. So what I'm gonna do is basically gonna raise the flooring here and just fill it up with like well, basically blocks, so it's on the same level as this, and then when we have to drive in, we'll just drive up this little slope. My idea is to have these sides to have the garage doors, you know, the rolling garage doors, to have some of those on either side. So it's basically a secure storage room, right? On here, I've only just put frames here for the time being, but this is basically storage boxes on this side and this side and this side. So the idea, it looks like a barn, but it's not really a barn, obviously, because we don't have any animals to kind of look after. But we're just going to repurpose it for putting storage instead as well. So I've done basically the same on the other side here as well. Now, this roof for this workshop area, like all this area, I think we're gonna have to flip it. So instead of having the peak on this side, it's gonna have to be a peak on that side as instead. So it goes into the wall, into the roof of this barn instead. And this wall here, this is all gonna go. So there's a little bit to do yet. I need to basically dig up all this ground here, fill it with frames and cobblestone. Actually, do we have the cobblestone yet cooked up? We do not. We're still cooking bullets, so we need to put this away, but we do have a little bit of cobblestone, so we can make a little bit of flagstone, so we can do that instead. Flagstone blocks, so we can do 203. That should suffice for a little bit. And then any additional cobblestone, we can just use that to reinforce. But yeah, I had to extend it out a little bit on this side as well, just to kind of make the dimensions internally fit. And if I really want to do it, I could use this to like park my car and things like that. But yeah, this is exactly what I'm going to be planning now. But yeah, so just a little bit to go. I need to do a little bit of digging. So I will be right back when I've dug up the ground and basically reinforced everything. Right, so the flooring is almost done. I did run out of flagstones, sadly, and I went over to the workbench to see if they were being crafted or not, and they're still crafting the ammo. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit while. So I think what I'm gonna do is, instead of just waiting for this to be made and then waiting for this to be swapping over, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another workbench, and I'm also gonna make another forge as well, and another chem station. I think another workbench just for the immediate term, just so I can get the cobblestone for the area. But eventually all this should have forges in there, and we need like another chem station here just to kind of double the speed of our production. But yeah, let me go craft another workbench, and then we'll re-queue everything up just to basically speed up our construction process. The workbench is done. Let's plonk that down right there. And so I'm going to split this up. So it's roughly about 8,000 stacks, right? So let's just do cobblestone here. Let's just do 4,000 for this one, and then we'll do the rest for this one as well. So cobblestone rocks. That way we kind of evenly split the production time. So therefore we get 2 every time we get a tick, right? So since then, as I've been waiting for the workbench to be made, I've taken down the wall here, so now I have free access to this work area. Now I've been looking at this, I'm thinking, this doesn't look great, does it? Right? And also, how do I have an access there? If I have a plan of like separating this by like, you know, a barn fence kind of thing, I'm gonna have to get access to the other side, and this whole like stack of storage boxes is not gonna work. So I think I may just get rid of the 3x3 here, maybe just make an archway to go through, because I think the amount of boxes that I have on this side, and then 3 on the top here, over on that side as well, I think the combination of boxes in total, I should have enough to store everything I need, right? I think so. Now, the other problem that I found is that this looks great. Like, I'm having like an upstairs kind of storage area or like catwalks and stuff. Except I can't put it down on catwalks because of full blocks. Ugh! It's like the one most frustrating thing about 7 Days to Die building is that every single thing consumes an entire block. It's not like a half block or, you know, you can put it on top. No, it's like a full block. So I'm gonna have to rip every single one of these out. Maybe another time. I'm not sure if you have enough time in this episode because it is Horde Night day 28 and I know we got like 2-hour days, so that is 4 hours. So I don't know, maybe you have enough time. But yeah, if we have enough time, we'll have to rip all these out and then we can flip them. And the reason why we flip them is that when we flip them, the block is actually on the other side of the underside, if that makes sense. So I can put stuff on top. I can also change these blocks into maybe plate as well, because if I turn this upside down, let me see if I can explain this to you a little bit better. So if I do this and if I rotate this upside down, some of you guys will know exactly what I mean, right? If I change this upside down like this, you'll see that, wait, I'm gonna have to do this so you can explain it. So you'll see that because the white bounding box is underneath, I can now place something on top, right? Now, again, the other issue is that this pillar is going to be in the way, which means the catwalk on top, I can't put anything on. So I think the only way I can get around that is extend the pillar to the ceiling, and that way I'd have to deal with that problem. Oh, it's such a nightmare. Honestly, it's like probably the worst things in 7 Days to Die, but we'll make do. Anyway, enough of complaining. We have enough cobblestone coming in now, so we've got 830 here, all crafting away. I shall continue putting flagstone blocks down, and then I think it's just a case of reinforcing everything up. So I'll be right back when it's been reinforced, and we'll think about putting the roof on. Okay, guys, so the main structure has been built. So I'm going to show you it right now. There you go. What do you think? I know it's not colored or anything like that. We're going to get around to painting in just a sec, but I'll kind of want to just show you what it kind of looks like. It looks pretty good, I think. Even has like the barn kind of what did they use that? There's like a crane, like the pulley thing at the end. I don't know what that's called. But yeah, so ignore the difference in like construction blocks here. This is all going to get painted over. So I just reinforced it to the tier 2 like flagstone, just so that any zombies come along, they're not going to break immediately. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So let me show you the outside here. So we did use the slope roof as I couldn't really think about using the ramp because it would be too steep. So this is the outside. Looks pretty good. We have the ramp. I reinforced the ramp as well. And if we go inside, I changed every single one of the catwalks into a plate, and then I reversed it. So if I just bring this on, it's basically that angle. That way, if I go up these stairs, if I wanted to place something up here, I can do. So that's how I fixed it. It doesn't look as good as like the catwalks. I actually wanted the catwalks instead of, but being as it is and how the blocks work, this is the only solution I can really think of. So yeah, so we have these kind of archways. I think they use them in old barns to kind of like haul things up into the attic area, right? And then over here, what I've done is I'm going to add more storage boxes. This is basically just a backup storage. So every time that I do a harvest, and if my like main storage area is full, I'll just plonk it up here, and then we can use that as backup. As you can see already, I've changed this into an archway, so now I can go freely in between each one. So this is essentially a wall, and in hindsight, what I should have done is this wall here, I should have just made it into the main wall of the original workshop area, because that would have been easier. But anyway, I didn't really think about that far ahead, and I didn't know it was gonna look not great when I did it. So yeah, this is basically all our storage. I'm not gonna go ahead and like rename everything right now. I'm gonna do it off screen because that's like tedious and boring, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that. But yeah, this is essentially it. This is my storage area. Now, the only thing that I need to do is to put doors in this. And sadly, I did double check that I ran out of mechanical parts. And the doors that I'm going to do is the rolling garage doors right here. So they're 5x3 and I need 15. So I need 30 mechanical parts. And I don't have any mechanical parts. I do have the forged iron somewhere. I think I might, yeah. So I might just craft them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly pedal my bike into town and just quickly grab like 30 mechanical parts, and that's all. And then we'll come back and then we'll craft those up. So I will be right back, folks, with the mechanical doors. It's finished. It's finally finished. Even though I was only meant to go out to get a few mechanical parts, I actually ran out of iron as well. So I had to go out and do a little bit of mining throughout the night. But it was worth it. I finally finished. So I'm gonna just stay in this like dev camera mode just to so I can see everything. But if I slowly zoom out, here it is. My red, very red, almost Cyclops looking red barn. I'm kind of debating as well to maybe make the two like layers, at least cobblestone or something. But yeah, if I just have a spin around here, I've painted the top now using what little paint I had from last time from the pixel art project. But yeah, I've corrugated the roof like a typical barn would have. And yeah, I've just painted all this. The workshop, ignore that bit. I haven't done anything with that bit yet. But yeah, it kind of looks good. And then I managed to get 2 rolling garage doors. So these are actually manual garage doors. They're not powered or anything like that. But eventually, when we get the schematic to get the powered ones, we'll get those powered in and plumbed in. But yeah, so now I can come here and open this. So imagine, actually, you know what? Let's get out of dev mode here, and we can actually demonstrate this with the bike. So imagine if you will, folks. I'm in my 4x4. I've come back from a hard days of looting, and I come back home, open the door, come in here, park up, right? Close the door for security. Close the door for security, and then I can literally dump everything in here. Or whatever, you know, in whatever fashion I want to. And then when I want to craft something, I could just come in here, grab something from this side. And then when I finish my farming, let's say, I don't know, one of these boxes was for my like farm, or maybe the kitchen area was too full. I can come up here and fill my backup storage boxes. So I can actually go ahead and put like corn, mushroom, potatoes, and every single one here. And yeah, it would take me a long time to fill this up, but I mean, I think I'll never run out of food ever again, ever. And I think I would be able to sustain a server full of 40 people on my own. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We now have a storage solution. We now have a very, very red barn. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gave you some inspiration in regards to your storage solution. And yeah, if you guys liked the episode, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well for the YouTube algorithm. And I shall catch you in the next one, which inevitably will be Horde Night. I'll catch you later, folks. Peace.